Yellow, and I cannot yell oh today. And Alexa is just telling me that the baby's crying, like I can do anything about it while I'm recording a podcast. I'm sick and my throat hurts, so I'm not gonna be able to yell as I am normally. Today's Tuesday, the 30th of April at 6 o'clock. In this podcast, I'm talking about my personal self-development journey, trying to make it in life, whatever that means. We're gonna discuss productivity, habits, startups. If that's your cup of tea, walk with me. Speaking of cup of teas, I should have made myself one because my throat hurts. If you're new here, my name is Kitze, the founder of Sizzy, browser for developers, Benji, the Life OS, and Zero to Ship, the course that will help you finally ship your SaaS. Little side tangent, speaking of the course, I don't know how many people are using and watching the course until the course website goes down. It happened today, only once in the history of the course. Like I fucked up with my business card payments. I didn't have money on the business card. And every service was warning me, and eventually they all just downgrade me to the other plans. And when my hosting provider did that, like the Zero to Ship website went down, and suddenly bombardment of emails, people being like, hey, I cannot access this. I'm like, I cannot yell, but I wish I could. Where are you, motherfuckers? On a normal Tuesday, when I'm feeling low about myself, to email, hey, we'll like your course. It's great. Thank you for this. Now they're like, oh, this doesn't work. How can I learn if it doesn't work? Donuts. Um, so anyway, what else do I have here? We have the Benji review, which is obviously not happening. I can go through it and tell you things, but we're not doing it in Benji because I think I've put so many habits on that list. I think today that I might have checked some of them, but it's such an overwhelming list that I just stopped checking it at this point. And I'm thinking, how can I solve the, how can I still answer this question about which habits have I done in the day without having to go to the habits view? And let's actually do that now as an exercise, or as an exercise, let's just close the door so you cannot hear my dog. Some random lady ring the doorbell. So Benji was barking because I have so many smart things at home, even a smart doorbell with notifications and everything. But still, Benji, my dog, is like the biggest announcement when someone is even like when somebody parks their car outside, like we know that there's someone outside. So I knew that bark wasn't for a dog. That bark was for a delivery. And I went upstairs and this lady was like, sorry, the delivery guy just brought your things to my house, number 7 or whatever. And yeah, so I guess when I'm saying that Benji is a life OS that solves everything in your life, I also have to clone my dog and ship it to everyone who buys Benji Pro because you cannot fix your life without a dog announcer for your packages. What the fuck was I saying before this goddamn lady interrupted me? Yeah, I don't want to show you my habits today. Why did I even offer that? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's horrible, dude. It's not more horrible than this icon that Zico added for no fucking reason because he wanted to distinguish his personal habit and work habits. Like he's the one person who's gonna get their life together that much that he needs an icon for personal and work habits. And now I have to look at the icon. He's not even using this probably, the fucker. So anyway, yeah, today I'm sick and you're like, why don't you rest? And that's a hilarious fucking question because even when I'm sick, I cannot rest, right? We said this podcast happens in sickness and in health, right? That's our deal when we made in Italy, do you remember? So yeah, it's an overwhelming amount of habits, dude. I think just by ignoring it, they're gonna go away. And anytime I'm like, okay, it's time, I'm gonna delete some of these, and then I just go through them, and I'm like, there's nothing to delete here. Like all of them make sense. Later, I should take a combo of my I mark them as failed if I've given up on like the chance that this might even happen. So I mark it as red. Like usually it would be like this, right? But I'm like, no, I'm not doing planks today. Like there's no fucking way. So I just mark it as failed. But these, there's a chance I'm gonna do vitamin D with athletic greens with collagen and creatine later. Eat lunch mindfully. I did. I can check this one. 2 hours of coding. I think I did. Yeah. Green tea, I didn't have that. And then the night is always, something that I just collapse and just not think about it. And everything else is questionable. I'm skipping a workout today on 10,000 steps because I'm sick. Also skipping the sauna. Skip means I had a good reason to skip it. And the rest of them are just like, I think, so I was thinking of what feature can I build in order to be able to answer these questions, whether have I done habit or not. Like I'm thinking of a feature where like every hour or every 30 minutes, a pop-up window is going to appear in front of my screen unless I'm recording or whatever. I'll have to find a way to silence that. So like a pop-up window asking me, hey, have you met your hydration goal for the day? And then I have to click yes, no, or just skip and ask me later. And Benji would keep asking me throughout the day, and that's how I'll have this like big ass questionnaire that gives you a US visa once you answer it, up to date if he'd ask me questions. But a lot of time, like I don't have answers for this if he'd ask me. If he'd ask me, have you read 15 minutes? No, I haven't, but there is a chance I might. It asked me, did you meet your hydration goal? No, I haven't, but I don't know if I will. So I don't know what is the right time, because when I would probably have met my hydration goal, it's going to be 9 p.m. and I'm not going to open my computer to answer this question. So maybe it can ask questions about yesterday. Maybe that would be, yeah, that would be a better idea, because for yesterday, I 100% know the answer. But the problem is a lot of times I don't remember if I've done a certain thing yesterday. Like if it will ask me, did you have a protein shake yesterday? I'll have to be like, I don't know. And another downside is a lot of times I'll open my habits list and I'll remember, oh shit, I was supposed to take my allergy pills and my vitamin D and my blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. But in the previous days, I'll just show you, like in the previous days, I've been highly ignoring this, especially during the trip. Well, I can go to the weekly view, which we've built for no reason. I'm not using this weekly view. I don't know why I hate it so much. I don't know. But see here, like empty, nothing. Like I haven't checked anything for a while. There's been a period where I've been pretty, disciplined with checking my habits, and now it's gone. So hydration, also skipping, tracking the hydration. Fastings, I've been fucking around on my fastings. What is this alarm? Get a pill. Okay, I'll just snooze it for the rest of the podcast. I have to take pills for my throat and shit because my throat hurts. Weight, I stopped measuring my weight for a really long time. I have no idea why. Workouts, skipping it today and walking. Dude, it feels like, let me just take you to yesterday. It feels like my wife came downstairs. The baby wasn't sleeping. Of course she wasn't sleeping. It was like 10 p.m. and I hear my wife's steps and she texted me, hey, do you want to have dinner? And I'm like, fuck yeah. I don't have the bet with Zico anymore, so let's have dinner. She's coming downstairs and I'm like, here she is. Like I still don't see her and I hear steps. Stop. The goddess of dinners is coming down. And then I see her with my daughter grinning like the day has just started. And I'm like, sweetie, what are you doing now? You're supposed to be sleeping. And then I see it's like 10 minutes to 10 o'clock. And I'm like, I cannot keep doing this. And I told my wife, sorry, but I'm going to go to bed on time, even though living room is a mess, even though I didn't do my personal task that I planned, even though a billion other reasons. I have to fucking sleep on time. I cannot be this 2 a.m. person anymore. I'm going to sleep on time. And she's like, cool. All right, good night. And then throughout the night, like I just wake up, like my throat hurt yesterday and I had ice cream, and I also went out in shorts at night thinking summer has started because it's really boiling outside. You'd like 27, today it was like 17, 18 degrees in Poland. I swear to God, it's faster. Yeah, it's faster. It's hotter than when it's like 20 degrees or 25 in some other places. I don't know what is up with the temperature here. So outside, it's very hot. And I went out to walk Benji at night in shorts, just thinking, that nice summer feel. Dude, do I love fucking summer nights where you can just go out in shorts and maybe you just take a hoodie and it's like, the weather is warm-ish enough, but it's not hot. It's my favorite thing. And I wanted to do that in Poland. So I wear my fucking Crocs, my shorts, and I went out and just the cold fucking hits me, even though it's been hot all day. And I'm like, I'm not going back. Because Benji, when you put his leash and everything on him, he goes crazy, dude. He goes bananas. And I cannot go back now, leave him and go upstairs, change my clothes. Like, fuck it. I'm like, I'll just go in the cold. So I think the combination of ice cream, going out in the cold and everything else. Like at night, I was waking up with sweat and just feeling pain in my throat. And a few times I turn around and I don't see my wife there. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I just wake up with the biggest pain in my throat and ask my wife what happened. She's like, the baby didn't want to sleep tonight. She had some nose problems. So I'm wondering if we caught the same thing. I don't know if it's a virus or if it's just a cold, or I have no fucking idea. What was it? So I woke up with this and I had some pills and I had some tea and I have a bunch of shit. And it's like kind of ish better, but I'm coughing all day. And I'm like, is the universe conspiring from me to have a normal fucking work week or a work day? Or like as soon as I started yesterday, I had 1,300 calories. Zico texted me with a screenshot like, oh man, you're crushing it even without a bet. And I felt like I'm going to do it again tomorrow. I was like, I'm going to sleep on time. I put my shorts and my socks and my shoes and everything for walking here in the morning. I put them on the chair, meaning when I wake up and first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to crush 10,000 steps on the treadmill. I'm going to work out and I wake up with a motherfucking cold, dude. And I wanted to title this podcast Something Always Happens, but I got to deal with the fact that this is life, like Sometimes you go on a trip, like anytime, like, oh no, this trip threw me off. And then it got connected with me being sick. And now it's going to connect with us going to Macedonia. And then it's going to connect with Zico being here. And like, I don't see a stretch of time where I'll be able to be like, okay, I have this week, normal work week from home, and nothing is going to happen. But I need to learn how to operate in those conditions. And I keep repeating this on the podcast, but I don't learn how to do that. At least it's either the week is like, when my wife tells me, hey, we got to be at the thing at 4 p.m. I'm like, well, fuck this day. Well, what is the fucking point? We have a thing at 4 p.m. Like, I just like a week where nothing happens, like no events. If we decide to go somewhere and do something cool, but I don't want other people with, oh fuck, I'm on a podcast. I just remember this. Arvid Carl, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Invited me on his podcast. I don't know what's it called, and it's on Tuesday. And I hope I'll be better by then, because I don't want to be with this mopey energy. It's like, oh my god, I'm sick and everything sucks and something always happens. So anyway, started eating good today. Then went to the supermarket to buy lemons for my chicken soup that were supposed to be healing and everything. And along with the lemons, I bought a pastry because the pastry was a donut. I'm a moron. I'm not using the Pomodoro's feature. Oh, dude, how many cycles of this I'm gonna do? I don't even know why. Because like, I woke up, I felt like a train hit me. I started with the pills and the tea and the this and the that, and it's like, I don't even know what was the time, and I wasn't even sure for how long I'm gonna work or what I'm gonna do. Like, am I gonna take the day off? Is it my sick day? Will I have strength to work? And when I don't start with a plan, I don't even start a Pomodoro. Next thing you know, I've worked for like 2 hours, and I'm like, oh shit, well, it's too late to start now, maybe tomorrow. So I don't have my log that I had for a while. I don't have any Pomodoros logged. The habits are not properly checked or done and whatever. Oh, dude, we'll see. We're supposed to go to a water park for 1st of May tomorrow with my niece and sister and brother-in-law, but they're going to go without us because your boy is sick. And that also sucks. As soon as the weather is fucking good, dude, like there could have been so many, like things could have been nicer, for fuck's sake. I could have mounted the pool by now or installed the proper pool. Just when I think about installing a proper pool, it's like, I don't know how much is it, but I have a sense that project is going to cost around north of like 7K for sure. 7 to 10K, I think, for the entire project that we're planning to make, which I cannot throw at a pool right fucking now. I wanted to get a barbecue, and you can be like, you can go to any fucking hardware store and get the first barbecue, right? But your boy has to research. Your boy has to go top 10 barbecues. Like the chicken that you're going to grill on that one, it's going to have fucking, I don't know, rainbow wings or something when you eat it. Like nothing is like that's tasty. But I go deep and I research and I'm like, okay, this one, oh, that one has Bluetooth. Like, why would you, I know you're laughing. You're like, why the fuck would you need Bluetooth on your barbecue? But there are ones with like, you can add a thing and you can then probe the meat and it will tell you when the meat is ready. It can notify you. And it's like, shut up. I like that shit. And I'm like, I would rather not have a barbecue right now until I buy the barbecue that's like, I don't know, 2,000 euros or something. I'm a fucking psychopath. What are you going to do? So like tomorrow everyone is grilling and shit. And this is probably the only house in the vicinity of, I don't know, this entire earth this is the entire yard that doesn't have a barbecue because your boy is waiting for a miracle to happen so he can buy a 2,000 euro barbecue. Fucking donut. Also, there was like a pizza grill from a company called Uni. And they had a Black Friday sale and it was like super fucking cheap for the normal model. And I'm like, oh, but I have this model and this model, this model. And then I go to the top model. Like I'm going to open a fucking pizza restaurant, dude. I'm like, oh no, maybe next year. So anyway, I just wish some magical money thing happened that I can just go back to throwing shit ton of money at stupid purchases, because that bike that I bought for like 4K hasn't been a fucking calculated purchase or anything to do with goals or whatever. And now I'm not even using it. I use it for commuting. It's just like so much money came from all sorts of products. It's like, oh, this is 4K, cool. Let's just buy it. And I honestly, like, it might sound spoiled. It might sound however the fuck it sounds. I miss that feeling of like being able to throw just, I don't know, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K without even thinking what the fuck is going to happen. So I gotta get my shit together, and this AppSumo thing is gonna bring shit ton of money. But I'm assuming, get it, AppSumo, I'm assuming, yeah, idiot, that they're not going to pay probably even a few months after the deal is over, because they have to wait for refunds and yada, yada, yada. Or I guess as soon as the first batch of people buys, they have to wait for some period and then wait for a refund period and then going to pay off. But it's probably going to be after 3 to 4 months. So until then, I gotta pull off some miracle, dude. So I'm thinking of launching that boilerplate that I was supposed to launch with the course. And people who pre-ordered the course, they were supposed to get the boilerplate with the course. And it should also be sold separately. I'm actually on this podcast from Arvid Carl. I don't know your name. I'm sorry. We're gonna discuss about he like I filled his form about his podcast, and he was like, one of the fields was, how can I be helpful? How can this podcast be helpful to you? And I'm like, I just wanted to shoot the shit and talk to you, but okay, in that case, let's talk about the pricing of my products because I suck at it, and probably we're gonna discuss the course and the boilerplate and how would I price them, because now I'm in a pickle. I tried doubling the price of the course and it sold way less. So I chickened out after a while, after a week, and I just reverted it to the old price. And I'm doing that shitty marketing trick. It's not even a marketing trick. It's a scam fucking tactic. That's what it is. This thing. Like, this is not real. I'll just, like, as soon as people shut up with the alarm, god damn it. As soon as people buy this, like, I'm gonna increase it for like 2 more weeks. And people do this. Like, I'm not the only person who does this. There's like other people paying stuff and they're like, the first 40 people are gonna get blah blah blah, whatever. So I went back to this price, which is like 149. And now what the fuck do I price the boilerplate at? Like 99? I think 99 makes sense for the boilerplate. And yeah, I have my price. I could have just done it because the boilerplate is kind of done. I still want to polish some things and I need to make, I have too many questions. Like, do I make it a separate thing, a separate brand? Maybe you can help me in the comments. Do I make it part of Zero to Ship, the boilerplate, and then I just put everything on one website? Do I give it a separate name and make it a separate thing? I have no fucking idea what to do in this case. But yeah, my money options for the future are either work on the marketing of Sizzy, which is going to happen with the AppSumo thing, either work on the marketing of Benji, which I really need to get my shit together and start making proper YouTube videos and a landing page and explain this fucking thing, because not enough people know about it and not enough people know about what it does. The new price got validated because people started purchasing with the new price, which is like 100 something, 140, I think, 150 per year. So as soon as people started buying it, I'm like, okay, this is validated now. You just need to get it to more people. I cannot do the year thing because my throat hurts. You don't. Died coughing and now I'm back. So yeah, I don't know how we got talking about the grilling and the other shit and the habits and the money and the whatever, but I really gotta get my, like, because it feels so shitty to sit on so many gold mines and then not to do the right things. And I feel like the days are floating, dude, and the days are going and life is passing by while people are doing shit. And I'm like, every fucking day there's something, always something happens, right? I'm like, I woke up late, I stayed too late, I woke up too late, and I did the thing, and I worked out, and I'm tired, and I did the thing. Like today, the day went on replying customer emails, paying my accountant twice for no fucking reason. I don't even know what I'm paying it for. I also told my assistant, dude, stop it. Like, he's been slacking me the same message, the one from Athena, because he's supposed to work until the 6th. And you know that period when you've quit already, you know nothing's going to happen. And the guy's like, he's like, hey, Kitze, let me know when you have that information. And I read the information he needs from me. It's like name, passport, this. And I'm like, I sent you all. I made a big document with all of these things. You just don't want to try, dude. And I just had it with him. Literally, I went on vacation for a week and he didn't even notice it. He was just sending that same message. 8 a.m. Hey, Kitze, let me know you have that information about opening a company in Macedonia. 3 p.m. Hey, Kitze, thank you for everything today. I hope you have a blessed day and you stay safe. Every day, dude, like a robot. AI pinged our Slack 2 times per day. And today I fucking had it. I'm like, dude, let's just stop pretending. Stop it. I was like, thank you for everything you've done for me. We're done here. So now I'm assistantless. Again, he was supposed to finish the task to find me an assistant from Poland. But then he asked me for help because he did it via my email. And he's like, hey, can you click one thing on your email? And I'm like, oh, God, can you do it by yourself? I don't want to click a thing in my email. So we just abandoned that. You know, it's the classic fucking thing, dude. There's nothing new in this podcast. It's a classic cycle of self-sabotage. I still haven't finished the paper version of The Mountain Is You, but every time I go to the toilet, it's like the title and the subtitle of the book is haunting me. Something it says about I don't know what is the title. Let me just find it. The Mountain Is You cover. Transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. That's what it says on the front. And it says also something on the back. And every time I glance at it, I'm like, stop haunting me. Stop haunting me. I know I'm self-sabotaging. These days I finished the blocker in Benji, as I said. Today I had a funny scenario where I'm trying to open a missive URL in the browser and the Benji extension keeps killing it. And I'm like, but it's way past 11. I can open my email. What the fuck is happening? And then I noticed, like, in the URL, there was messages. And Messages is a blocked app on my computer. So because it noticed like Messages is in the URL, it was also blocking that URL. So I spent a little bit of time working on separating the distractions, like what is an app and what is a website. But I feel like I'm going in the cycles. If I would just zoom out and what am I doing? It's like I would start doing the right things that would get me to my goals, but then inevitably I go back to fixing the shit that annoy me so much in my life OS, which is Benji. Like I cannot not fix them, dude. They're driving me crazy. Like not having a blocker or whatever. Or today, like when I have, let's say, 17 tasks in my inbox and I'm already drained out of my energy and whatever, and so for some reason I decide, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go and classify my personal inbox. Like it takes so much time in Benji to click the three dots on a task and then to click the thingies and click save and it saves and then the task moves somewhere and then find the other one. I'm like, God, this process needs to be simpler. So today I started coding this, but there was a bug and I felt very sick. So I was like, let me just record a podcast and get the fuck out of here. It's enough for today. I need to rest. I'm making an inbox classifying feature. Now, this doesn't anything to do with my goals or money or people won't care. Yeah, the people who use Benji might care, but it's not a selling point. So I want a screen where it shows me the inbox task by task. And Zico's going to laugh because he proposed this at some point. Other apps also have it. It gives me one task and I click a bunch of things. I'm like, oh, okay, this one is a chore. It's an errand. It's for tomorrow. It's for next. Dun, 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 dun. Like have you seen those crazy cashiers that operate a screen at the speed of light? Like I want to be like that for classifying my inbox because it drives me crazy with how slow the process is of classifying 17 things. I feel like every day I'm in this process. Like today, I finally cleaned up shit in my work inbox. And I was working a little bit from the inbox and a little bit from the today view. And as soon as I was done, I went back to my email and I realized that I need to add 15 more emails back to my work inbox. And I'm like, oh my God, this just doesn't fucking end. I want to make an AI feature in the email thing that I have because I click, I open an email and I click on a thing and it opens a sidebar and I can save it as a task for personal or save it as a task for work. And I'm like, but it wouldn't be hard if I just feed this AI thingy, the GPT, all of my tags and all of my project lists and names and whatever, and it also trying to put a nicer title of the email and also try to tag it and whatever. So if a customer is asking for refund, the AI can tag it with customer asking refund. It's not even a hard task. And then it will get the appropriate amount of points. So I can work from my email inbox in Benji with the emails being prioritized without me going through, like it's a very painful thing when I go to my work inbox right now and I just see email from person, subject, whatever. So I have to think, what was this email about? What was, oh yeah, it was that thing. Then to add a tag, it's like way too much mental energy and way too much effort in order to answer some fucking emails. Anyway, I don't know where we're going with this. I'm going to try to fill in 30 minutes and then fuck off. I've been reading the goals in my podcast template, but now Benji finally has a goals feature. It's a very crud-ish interface. It's still not what I want the feature to be, but at least it's there. So you can create a goal, you can choose an emoji name, and by when do you want to finish the goal. What's missing here is you should be able to connect this to projects, tasks, habits, and other shit. And if the goal is very important and if the due date of the goal is closed, your tasks should shoot up higher in your priority list. So you will be working on your tasks according to how important are these goals for you and how close their due date is. Now, look at my goals. I'm not doing shit to achieve these goals. Nothing. Jack shit. Nada. Get to 85 kilos. No. Pay out the mortgage. Nothing. 4 books per month. This is fucking hilarious. I don't even want to look at this, honestly. 6-pack by the end of summer. Lose 3 kilos, guy. Fix leg pain. Well, lose 3 kilos is part of this goal. So goals need to be broken down into chapters, and chapters need to have things and whatever. But at least the feature is there, and I won't need to read it from my bullet list for the podcast. So what else did I want to talk about today? Today I improved my app called YouTube Companion to finally have multiple tabs and multiple channels. I think this is a valuable app, and as everything in my life, I see a potential of packing this up nicely, adding a little bit more bells and whistles, and packaging this into a paid app. But as I said, distributing Electron and like updating Electron apps and all of that shit, I don't want to fuck with that right now. Maybe I should just hire someone quickly to just, to do that once for one of my apps, and then I just copy it across my other Electron apps. But anyway, this is what it looks like. We have all of my channels here, and you can add more channels, and I can go Kitze, Sizzy, Kitze Productivity, Tired of Web Dev, and Benji still. It's a channel with 0 subscribers, 0 views, 0 anything, but I need to kickstart that channel. And now, as you can see, when I'm switching tabs, they don't die, so they all stay in the background. And if I start uploading a video in one channel, I can go to the other channel and then start uploading a video here, or just go to check something in a channel. And as soon as I said this, I realized, what if I, no, actually YouTube does that. So you can upload a video if you go like next, 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 save, and you can go and browse analytics and comments and other shit. So this is like a super, super useful feature for me, especially because I started uploading regularly on the Kitze Productivity channel. Today, I uploaded a video on how I make thumbnails, how I make the thumbnails for this podcast or for other videos. If you want, you can check it out. It's youtube.com/@Kitze Productivity. So I did that in the morning. I uploaded video, I answered emails, I finished the last thing from AppSumo. They're bombarding me with these messages. They're like, today they used an animated emoji in one of the messages. I mentioned before that they've been, like it's, the onboarding process is a bit too much. I love the founder of AppSumo, Noah Kagan. He's amazing. That's why I'm so forgiving when I'm talking about them, and also I've signed a lot of contracts. But bro, like it's like too many messages, and one of the messages had like, the alert emoji when you type in like colon and alert, you get like the red thing. They had it like red and blue, like a siren like this. And I just opened the Slack and I'm like, this is triggering me. It's like too much. I can read the same message if it's like, if it was just written in a paragraph, because we're not kids in kindergarten. And then one person was like, your script for Sissy is ready to be reviewed. And I opened the script. Definitely not going to review anything, because I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you're going to say. Honestly, because it's like, you can review this, but here are the rules. You cannot correct this, you cannot correct that. I'm like, I'm not correct anything. They're like, yeah, you cannot correct it. Bye. Not going to correct anything. Except they said, Sissy rhymes with city. That's what they had in the title. Even though they made me record a fucking audio snippet of how is Sissy pronounced. And like a donut at midnight, filling this form, I was recording on a voice note. This is how you say Sissy. Sissy is being called Sissy. Sissy, use Sissy in a sentence. And then in the doctor write, Sissy rhymes with city. And I just corrected them and I put suggestion, no, it rhymes with busy and it rhymes with breezy. And it rhymes with jizzy. I don't know. Those are the three things that it rhymes with. Nothing else. It doesn't rhyme with city. And then the person replies, yeah, it also rhymes with city. Boiling, and I opened ChatGPT and I'm like, does city rhymes? I don't know what did I ask. Let me just see. Do city and busy rhyme? No, city and busy do not rhyme. Then I go to rhymezone.com. Dude, I take my pettiness, like when someone drains my fucking energy with this many questions per day and 15 million people message me every day about things, like I'm gonna take the pettiness up to 11, I didn't want to screenshot it. I just said, no, it doesn't. Dot. A lot of people have mispronounced it in the past. I want to make sure that you guys pronounce it right. And if they're like, yes, it does, you're going to invite me to a rap battle. Don't poke the fucking bear, right? Eminem was like, people were like, nothing rhymes with orange. Go ahead, think for a second. Find a word that rhymes with orange. And everyone's like, haha, Eminem can rhyme anything, but not the word orange. And then in a song, he goes, something, something orange. I'm going to something on my door hinge. Door hinge? And when you say it fast, orange, door hinge, it's got this fucking guy, right? So maybe the person who works at AppSumo was Eminem trying to rhyme Sissy with city. Murder me, dude. Yeah, so middle of the day, I was working on all of this that I mentioned, and I just collapsed, and I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking tired. My watch is like, stand up, time to stand up. I'm like, I know, I'm just sick and tired, and I can't stand up. And I'm like, I'm trying to open YouTube, and this Benji extension just blocks it, and I try to open it, and it blocks it. I'm like, what about incognito mode? I can just disable the because if I disable the extension in Chrome, I made logic that the desktop app is listening to the extension. They're communicating all the time. And if the extension is disabled, the Benji desktop app is gonna kill my browser. And I don't want to deal with that. But I can go to the extension and just turn off allowing incognito. That way the extension can keep pinging that it's installed, but in incognito I can watch YouTube. So I watched a little bit of rap, beef, drama, whatever. There's so much going on. Like after Kendrick Lamar dissed J. Cole and Drake, like it's like he opened a can of worms and now everyone and their mother is dissing. Dude, Chris Brown has a diss song. I thought that guy's career is dead because obviously you know why. I didn't know he could rap. He wrote one of the best diss tracks in the past 10 years, this motherfucker. So anyway, I got invested way too much in that. And I'm like, this is the classic battle of me versus me. Me works for a week to make a blocker. The other me is like, I can just turn off this shit in incognito. But I was really sick. And I felt like, I couldn't I was working on a beanbag and I couldn't, lift myself up. So that's why I did it. In most cases, the blocker will be fine. And I'm going to add a way because Cold Turkey Blocker had that. If you disable the incognito permission, it's as equal as the extension not being installed. So I just got to find the API in Chrome extensions to know about themselves, whether they're installed in incognito mode or not. So yeah, I guess that was the yeah, it was a fucking day. We have 29 minutes. I wanted to talk about the Benji packing feature and show it to you, but I guess I'll do it another time. I haven't done the content in a while. So we have books, movies, shows, and other shit. There are some exciting happenings there. One of my favorite books I've mentioned on a podcast is Dark Matter. And I opened YouTube the other day and I see Apple TV Plus coming soon, the show Dark Matter. And I swear to God, I got chills when I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to turn it into a show. And then a second later, they're going to turn it into a show, kill me. Because do you know any book? Okay, Dune, I guess. Name 4 books that have been converted to movies and shows and they're good. I don't think they're going to make... And literally, don't... If you're planning to read this book, don't read the description. They spoil the entire twist of the book in the first line of the description on YouTube. You're donuts. But anyway, still gonna watch that. Gonna pirate it, not paying for Apple TV Plus. Tim Cook has enough money, and I don't feel bad about pirating his content. I don't give a shit. So Book Logic is coming out with a book. Like I can't believe like how much I love this dude. I still love Logic, but like the amount of bad moves that he makes in his career is like absolutely baffling. Like he hyped that Ultra 85 album for so fucking long, like it's gonna be the conclusion to whatever. And he put out a single, and the single is crap. It's horrible. Just him repeating the same old things. I'm a Beretta, and I hit you with a Retta, and a Beretta, and a Retta, and a sipping with a Betta. He's doing his shit forever. And now he's announced it as a book. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy it because I have his other shitty book. One of the red ones is his supermarket book here. It was not bad, but it's like he's not an author. I hate when people call themselves New York Times best-selling author. Shut up, dude. My dog is a New York Times best-selling author because we passed by a bookstore one time. And they're like, sorry, oh my God, what a cute dog. Here you go, it's a badge. And I'm like, what is this for? He's a New York Times best-selling author. He's like, doesn't mean shit. And now he's making this Ultra 85 book, and it's in script form, whatever it's called, for drama, like the script thingy. And it's like, I hate it. Like, I bought Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is in that form, and I'm never gonna fucking read it because I don't make it a book or don't print it. Bye, see ya. Movie. I haven't watched a movie in a while. This Cinema Room, like we might as well call it. I don't fucking know. We don't go in it, dude. Like this is the classic. Oh my God, you live by the sea. You must be going to the beach all the time. Same fucking thing. Oh my God, you have a sauna and a cinema at home. You must know. It's like you don't use them all the time. You just don't use them. That's it. Because the baby started sleeping late, you know, and we had that gap of 2 hours when you could watch something, but now she sleeps at 9:30, 10. So there's absolutely no gap. We don't know what to do first. Plan our lives, do shit, book flights, do things, blah, 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 or watch a movie. Like there's never fucking time. TV shows, I haven't been watching anything, dude. My Modern Family run stopped before we went to Barcelona. I haven't been watching anything. Games, I forgot about games totally. My PlayStation sitting there, Steam Deck hasn't been used. Music, I've only been listening to rap and rap shit all the time. I'm dumb, dude. I should have stopped this. I'm stopping this. I'm coughing too much. I'm going to go and rest finally at 6:30. Thank you very much for listening. Go do your homework in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Follow the other 70 million YouTube channels. And I'll see you in the next one. Ya donuts. Bye-bye.